Welcome in to this edition of the Cavalier Connection. I'm Jeff, going solo tonight while Jay handles some personal business and Jack is out making that money working. So I want to welcome you guys in. Yeah, excited to have a guest this evening in Dallas, Brannon, another one of Coach Elliott's get for the 2026 um, recruiting class, linebacker out of North Carolina, Charlotte area. So excited to bring him on and talk to him about his commitment to the Who's. Before we get to that, I do want to talk about our friends over at Mincers. It's hot outside, but fall is coming fast, and so is UVA football. I can't wait. I'm sure you can't wait. August 30th. I'm not rushing the summer, but it's right around the corner, only about 2 months away, just under. Walking up to Scott Stadium, the Who's are going to be taking on Coastal Carolina, and hopefully we'll have a little cooler air. We'll see, but hopefully you'll be joining me and rocking some brand new gear from Mincers. From lightweight tees and breathable polos to bucket hats and accessories, we've got everything to help you survive the summer heat and rep UVA in style. Make sure you guys check out their orange tag sales. If you go down to the corner, they got the racks right outside and inside the store. Same at Stonefield Shopping Center. Or you can go online to Mincers.com. You can get those same orange tag sales or catch a nice deal as well there. We're dreaming of cooler days, but just like Oahu right now, I don't know what temperatures are like where you are, but here in the Hampton Roads area, we've had some brutal days as of late, triple digits with heat index. So definitely dreaming of cooler days and can't wait to get to Scott Stadium this year. That's going to take us to this week's Mincers moment. UVA has produced its fair share of MLB players, and one of those is Andrew Abbott, left-handed pitcher, pitched for the Cincinnati Reds, and he's been dealing this year. 7-1 record, 1.79 ERA. Hopefully he's going to be an all-star. Hopefully he'll be named to the team here in just a few days. But I did want to just show a little highlight reel because that's this week's winner of the Mincers moment, Andrew Abbott.
Round is Andrew Abbott.
Pretty good numbers for any starting pitcher.
Swing and miss. Feast or famine, Walker's now 0 for 8 lifetime against Abbott.
Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. And Abbott's got him. Make it 4 times on the season for Pozo. 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Abbott.
6'6", 250, and Abbott gets him there, strike 3.
And Abbott should remember where that pitch was and the call that he got. Just a little off the outside corner.
And it's a fly ball to left field. On is Benson. He'll get there and make the catch. It doesn't get much more efficient than that for Andrew Abbott. A 7-pitch.
7th inning for Andrew Abbott. That was the game where he got his 7th win. So hopefully he's going to be named to the All-Star team here in a few days. But definitely well representing a great representative of the UVA baseball program. So this evening we are going to be talking to Dallas Brannon, linebacker, new UVA recruit. And I do now want to welcome in Dallas. All right. And so joining me now on the Cavalier Connection is one of the newest members of Virginia football's 2026 recruiting class. He's a tackling machine out of Charlotte, North Carolina, coming off a huge junior season at Independence High School, where I believe you've racked up over 300 career tackles and were a defensive player of the year. And I know you had offers all over the country, but we're thankful you decided to choose Charlottesville. Welcome into Dallas, Brannon. How are you doing tonight, Dallas?
I'm doing good. I appreciate you for getting me on the show.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. So congratulations on your commitment. How does it feel to officially be a Cavalier?
It feels good. It was a long process, a tiring process, but I'm glad I found a home. It's somewhere I could know and will be able to go for the next 3 to 4 years.
That's right. I know I was just talking about your career over at Independence, over 300 tackles, defensive player of the year honors, and more. What's been the most proudest moment so far for your high school career?
My proudest moment was probably me winning defensive player of the year in the conference. just knowing how hard I worked throughout the whole time me being in high school and be able to get that, and also be able to get Charlotte Observer player, be able to get like first team Charlotte Observer player, all state honorable mention, just all these accolades that came out junior year. You know, it's good to see my hard work pay off.
That's awesome. And now, I mean, you still got your senior year in front of you, so probably more accolades and big things to come.
Yeah, I pride myself on getting better each year. So my senior year is most definitely going to be my best year.
That's awesome. So I know Coach Elliott and his staff seem to be building something special. What are your overall impressions of the program and the direction it's heading in?
It's a great impression that was left on me, especially after my OV. Just seeing the money being put into football. Fun fact, I was the first 26 recruit to step in the actual new facility, or first recruit in general, step in a new facility. So
oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, so that was just be able to see the money being put in the program, coupled with Coach Elliott's vision that he laid out for me, seeing where he could take UVA. And like he says, he wants to be the model program, which I believe in. And also talking with our AD, Ms. Carla, and seeing her vision for UVA athletics, but specifically football as a whole. Just knowing that everybody's aligned and on the same page, and that UVA football is primed and ready to take it to the next level.
Yeah, I was going to mention Carla because I watched, they started a podcast, and the first episode was about football, and Carla was talking about, football. We want to win, and they wanted to put the money into it, and how it was when she first arrived in Charlottesville, and compared to what it is now, you can definitely tell that she said it. They want to be a top institution, public university in football, and they want to put the money to it. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think they're definitely heading in the right direction for sure. I know you had a long list of offers from other Power 4 programs, including ACC schools, Duke, UNC, Boston College, Louisville, and, of course, Virginia Tech. But what made Virginia stand out from the rest?
I mean, Virginia was the most consistent in my recruitment. And when I first met Coach Adams, which was the primary contact for my recruitment, he was always transparent with me. He told me that they offer late. They don't offer on the spot. They like to evaluate you, which I was cool with. So we just kept that relationship. Then he offered me, and then we just kept building a relationship. It was very gradual. Him contacting me, him coming to a game, me coming to spring practice, him coming to the school a lot, him bringing Coach Elliott and the defensive staff to the school. So that was most consistent in my recruitment, even when other schools went through coaching changes and, those relationships kind of faded. He was the one, even in the end, to always like stick it out and like show me he wants me and I'm a priority.
That's great. That's great. Can you talk to us, I guess, a little bit what it was like being recruited by Coach Adams and Coach Radzinski?
Coach Adams, man, he loved ball. I know everybody says that about him, but it couldn't be more than the truth. Every time we talk, he talked about linebacker play and linebackers being aggressive. So he didn't do any of the extracurricular trying to sell me or nothing. He just said I could develop you, show me his track record of developing linebackers, and just show how much he loved ball. I mean, that's all most of our conversations consisted of, which I had no problem with. And just showing his commitment, like to recruit me. Like he was one of the only coaches that came to see a home game for us, which means a lot too, for him to come and see where you play, see where you go to school every day. So, that's big.
Yeah, I think that coaching staff there, I like the way they treat the players and treating you guys like it's not just football, like you said, come to watch you play. And I think they have a love for their guys, and everything I've read and everything I see and every time I hear like from Coach Elliott, they are developing men and football players. So I think that's pretty cool. Have the coaches talked to you about what your role might be playing, early in your career?
So me and Coach Adams actually had this conversation. He believes in what you produce is what you're gonna get. But he definitely even outlined for me, he wants me to be a all 4 special teams guy, probably my first year. And then through midway in the season. If I'm ready, throw me out there, throw me into the fire.
There you go.
But yeah, that's definitely what they outlined me my first season. But me just being a competitor, I'm always going to try to get on the field and take someone's spot, even coming in. So
That's right. That's right. What part of your game are you most excited to showcase at UVA?
Just my athleticism, the way I can run. I feel like I can diagnose things quickly and then react and close on it. So getting better, bigger D lineman in front of you, more complex schemes. It just gives me more avenues to showcase what I could do athletically, and also give me more to bite off my mind too.
So you're entering your senior season. Are there any areas you're really focused on improving? Before getting to UVA.
Just improving my big play ability. I feel like that's one thing that I definitely need to work on. A lot more takeaways, get more picks. I always have good coverage, but I just never get the ball in my hands. So definitely that. And then increasing my sack numbers too, be able to rush the passer more consistently, which I'm able to rush the passer, but get more reps at it, get more consistent at it, and dominate more in that aspect.
Okay. Are there any NFL linebackers that you try to model your game after or you learn from?
I feel like every linebacker says this, but Luke Kuechly.
Oh yeah.
Because just growing up in Charlotte, I got to watch it live since I was young. And then me actually transitioning to linebacker, he's athletic, but not the most athletic. Which I could see parallels, but he just diagnoses fast and closes fast, which I definitely want to model my game after.
Are you a Panthers fan?
Unfortunately, right now, yes.
I don't know. They
we on the up though. We on the up.
I was gonna say I think y'all might be on the up a little bit there. So have you been able to connect with any of the other recent commits? I know during your visit, I think maybe Josiah Teasley or Jayon Williams were there.
So I actually got to connect with a lot of them. So the first person I knew even before the OV was Eli Hamrick. Me and him played 7-on-7 together. And I saw he committed. So me and him stayed in touch. Whoop de whoop. And then on my visit, I got to connect with Dylan Cope, receiver for Alabama, Josiah Teasley, and the offensive lineman Mikey. Those were the three dudes I got to connect with and see on my OV.
Okay.
And I can't forget Dylan Bill. He had texted me before my OV trying to get me to come there too. I can't forget him.
I think Dylan's one of our best recruiters.
Yeah, he definitely be putting the squeeze on people.
We love him. He's been on the show. Are there any guys that you're actively recruiting?
Not yet, but I just need someone to say the word and I'll get after him.
Okay. All right. Hopefully Coach Elliott's paying attention. He needs to get those names out to you.
I would say he just needs to say the word. I'm up for it.
There you go. How have the coaches, your coaches at Independence, helped shape you into the player that you are now?
Man, just challenging me throughout every single season. My freshman year, they challenged me just to go out there and play. Freshman on varsity, just show what you can do. Then my sophomore year, they challenged me to step into more of a leadership role, be able to command a defense as a 16-year-old. And then this year, they challenged me to go dominate. They felt like I was kind of hesitant my sophomore year, even though I was still making plays. This year, they challenged me just to be free and go hoop, as people would say. So That's what I did. But they definitely challenged me also as a person too. Bring other guys along, mentor other guys, and lead. But yeah, they've definitely.
I lost you. All right, I think I got you back now.
Yeah.
So, well, are there any your parents, coaches, or mentors that you want to shout out and have been influential in your football or personal journey?
Sure, I'm gonna shout everybody out. Shout out my mama, Gabrielle Brannon. Shout out my dad, Robert Brannon. Shout out my uncle, Thomas Davis. Shout out my trainers, Rodney Nichols, Grindheart Sports Training, D'Angelo Lloyd, Protege 99. Charles Johnson. Shout out my coach, Coach McFadden, Coach Mines, Coach Webb. My middle school coach, Coach Facile, Coach Brock, Coach Boone, and everybody else that helped me along my journey. Those are the names that came to my top of my head.
That's awesome. Yeah. So off the field, what should UVA fans know about you? And are there any special hobbies or things you like to do in your free time?
Yeah, I do got some hobbies. I make beats, so
Okay.
I produce beats. That's something I do in my free time.
Yeah.
I'm a big music head, so I like listening to music. I actually got a vinyl collection. I collect. I also write poetry, short stories, different stuff like that. I'm just big into like trying new things, trying new experiences. I'm a big movie head too.
Okay.
So yeah, just anything that seems interesting to me, I'll go try. I'm not scared about trying new things. So yeah.
We need your help making a beat for our podcast.
Dude, let me know.
We just have to use whatever whatever's free on here. But yeah. So do you play the NCAA football game?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're only a year away from having your name on the game. How's that feel?
Man, it's crazy. So my best friend, shout out Cam Martin, he always talks about like, dog, like when you get in the game, I'm finna be I'm finna user you. I'm finna play with Virginia. So me and him joke about that. But yeah, it's cool to see that because I wasn't really a big video game head. I always played Madden 2K, but that was kind of it.
Right.
So like seeing like all my homeboys even from the city be on the game and then knowing I'm finna be on the game soon, it's cool to see.
I'm sure it is, man. I can only imagine. That's pretty cool. So Virginia Tech, big rivalry. How much do you know about that? And any thoughts on that?
I don't know a lot, but I'm in a rivalry now. One of my actually former teammates, Q Reddish and Joe Reddish, they brothers. They go to VTech, so I'm into that rivalry early.
Oh, yeah.
I got family ties in the rivalry, so I'm excited to get it. I know you can't beat rivalries
That's right.
in the game of football, especially. So I'm just ready to get into it. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm just ready to get into it.
We got to get at it, and you need to get at your guys.
Sure.
We've struggled in the last 20 plus years, and your first year will actually be in Blacksburg at Virginia Tech. So, with the whole intro and all that stuff, and there'd be nothing better than y'all to come out and kind of silence that crowd.
Enemy territory, we love it.
That's right. That's right. Final thing for you. What's your final, or do you have a message for Wahoo Nation?
Y'all getting the game changer at the linebacker position. I'm excited to be in Charlottesville. I hope y'all welcome me with open arms, and I'm ready to go.
We're definitely going to welcome you with open arms, and we can't wait to get you there. I wish you best of luck in your senior season, and go ahead and set some records, win some more awards, and then come to Charlottesville and win some awards with us.
Sure.
Thank you so much for your time. And hopefully we'll be able to link up when you get to Charlottesville in 26.
I appreciate you having me on the show.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
You too.
And thanks to Dallas Brannon for joining me tonight. Another pleasure to talk to, and looks like a good gift for Coach Elliott. I'm thinking, the awards he won as a junior, God knows what he's going to do as a senior, and talking about, working on getting after the quarterback and maybe, in coverage. He's got the coverage. Next move is getting that pick. But excited to get him to Charlottesville. Really appreciate him coming on. And that's going to wrap us up for this edition of the Cavalier Connection. Be sure to give us a follow on X at Talk UVA Sports. You can find us on Facebook at the Cavalier Connection and on YouTube, the Cavalier Connection podcast. If you could give us a like and a follow, we'd appreciate it. Also, if you go to thecavalierconnection.com, we do the site's up and running pretty good. We've got some articles up there for you guys to check out. Some new guys are posting stuff for us, and some cool little interactions, and some other folks' thoughts on UVA sports. Stephen Brindle He's posting for us now, and he'll be, every Friday be a new article from Steven, a former baseball player for UVA. Got one coming out here on July 4th with some historical references on UVA. So you definitely want to check that out. And go to CavalierConnection.com and follow the page. And that'll do it for this episode.